Hey crafty friends, it's Elizabeth from BB's Butterfly, and I know it has been forever since I have made a video, but I am back and I have a new setup. Played around with some lighting and a new angle for my camera so that you guys can see things the way I see them. And so I thought I would try out something. I bought some of this Tattered Angels paint system, and I forgot to keep the package when I was so excited about taking it out of the package that I forgot to write down exactly what it is, which color it is, and I'm not even sure that these two go together, so we're just playing. I am in the process of making a project, a Christmas present, and I wanted to make some tags, and so I wanted to try out the metal tags that I did, the steampunk tags, and see how this paint system works. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos and decided, you know what, I'll just play with it. So what I did is I took just a scrap piece of white cardstock, and I covered it in my foil tape, and then I have this paint system, and I do not know what these two colors are, but this one is like it's like a berry color, and this one is like a brownish color. So we'll see what it looks like. And then this one is Grand Tetons. I don't know, it's a really silvery blue color. And this one is it does not say, but it's green. Well, I say it's green. It's like a turquoise color. And this one is a glaze. This one is a glitter paint, but it's very liquidy, so I'm guessing it's kind of like a glaze. And then these two are just the Tattered Angels sprays. So I hope I stay in frame. I have my space kind of marked out so that I can tell exactly where I'm at. So I hope this all works out. I also have a couple of brushes. It says to use like a stipple brush or something, or a fan brush, but I don't have those, so I'm just using some paint brushes. And then I have this, the Texture Fades Alterations embossing folders, and this one's called Flourish and Wings. And I love this embossing folder. So I'm really hoping that it comes out the way I want it to. So we'll see what happens. So what I'm going to do first is just kind of play with the glazes and the paints, and then when it's all dry, I'll hit it with my heat tool and dry it, and then I'll run it through my Cuttlebug and see what it looks like. It may turn out to be complete garbage, and it may turn out to be awesome. I don't know. I also have some baby wipes, if I can get to them. Yeah, I have my baby wipe stash. Okay, so first things first, it says to either apply this is the glam, so that's like the last step. It adds the shimmer super sparkly, so I'm going to wait on that. So what I think I'm going to do first is just start with this glimmer glaze, and from the videos that I saw, it said these glimmer glazes act like a resist, so wherever you put it, the sprays won't stick to it, or it will resist the sprays, and this stuff dries like super quick. Kind of stinks though. I guess it's kind of like a maybe a polyurethane. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It smells like a cross between alcohol and fingernail polish. I don't know. Let's do some splatters. Again, I'm just playing. I don't really know what I'm doing, so it may turn out and it may not. I do not know. So we'll see. All right, that looks pretty That looks pretty fancy to me. I don't know. I don't know if you can even see that with the glare. So it just kind of randomly painted it on there. All right, so I'm gonna take my this berry color. It's really pretty. It's almost like a Merlot. I don't know. It's kind of cool. So let's just spray it on there and see what happens. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So you see where everywhere that I painted that, the glaze, it did a resist. So the berry didn't sit on it. So that's kind of fun. A little kind of awesome. Let me can't find my paper towels. I'll have to go with some tissue. And just kind of spread out those water droplets and see what happens. That's really kind of awesome. I do like that a lot. Huh, fancy. All right, so now I'm going to go with this brown color and see what happens with it. Ooh, I like how those mix together. It looks brown in the bottle, but when it's mixed with that green and the berry, it comes out like a mahogany color. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's pretty freaking awesome. Clean off my brush here. See what that looks like. And I've lost some of the green, so I think I'm just gonna paint some more. The videos that I saw didn't have the brush included, and I really kind of don't like that brush, but it's attached to the cap. So I think I'm going to not use that brush because it's like a really cheap version of a fingernail polish brush. That's kind of cool. Let me close that before I make a mess. It kind of acts like alcohol ink. That's cool. Uh-oh. My sprayer don't spray now. I'm gonna have to clean that out. I just got those. All right, so let me hit it with my heat gun and see what happens. Okay, so that's freaking awesome. That is amazing. I do like that a lot. All right, so now that that's pretty well dry, let me add this paint, this glitter paint. Make sure it's really well mixed. Get all the glitter off the bottom. Wow, this is going to be awesome. Oh yeah, that is awesome. Awesome sauce. So the glitter paint kind of sticks to everything and it dries really fast. But it just adds a nice glittery everything to the top. All right. So, let me hit it again with the heat tool and see what happens. All right. So, the glitter paint looks like it sticks to the puddles and not necessarily the whole surface. I don't know if you can see, because the foil is pretty shiny anyway, but it kind of gives the pooling areas like another kind of texture. I don't know if you can see it, but that is like crazy cool. All right, so what I'm going to do now is grab my embossing folder, and I think I'm going to do the wings. If I can get this stupid package open. I think for the Christmas project I am working on, this would make some really awesome keyholes or some metal embellishments. So I think that would be kind of awesome. So let me grab my Cuttlebug. And don't need that. Actually, I probably don't even need my rubber mat. So put that on there. I am going to, let's see which way this will work. Won't work that way. So I may only get one wing. Well, if this were a wider piece of paper, that would be cool. Let me see what the other one is a flourish, so it fits. We'll use it. All right. Do I want them raised or do I want them depressed? Let's go with raised. I'm totally off frame. So what I was doing is trying to figure out which way I wanted my embossing to be, whether I wanted it the raised side on the foil or on the back. And I think I want the raised side on the foil because that is some super awesomeness right there. So put all this into my Cuttlebug, make my sandwich, and run it through. All right, now let's see what happened. Get that out of the way. Oh my God, this is freaking amazing. Look at that. Look at that. I am so excited about it, and it's got some really nice texture since I did the embossing with the raised up. Yeah, that's gonna go awesome on my project I'm working on. That is crazy awesomeness. So excited about that. I think this would make excellent like page corners or something like that. Oh, wow. All right, so that was a total success, even though I was scared to death it was going to turn out like garbage, but I think that's amazing. So I will be playing a lot with this, on several different projects. So anyway, again, this was just I was just playing around. So this is some scrap white cardstock, and this was the Tattered Angels Paint System. It comes with 2, sometimes 3 different sprays, and a couple of different types of glazes. So anyway, that's what I used. You can't really see the blue, except, well, you can't see it on camera. I can see the blue glitter paint in different areas, which is, you know, depending on the light, that gives some really nice dimension to it. So I like that. Excuse me, I like that a lot. All right, again, sorry, I got sidetracked. Squirrel. Anyway, white cardstock, foil tape, the Tattered Angels paint system, and as soon as I remember which ones I got, I'll put that in the description. And then I used the Tim Holtz Alterations embossing folder in Wings and Flourishes. Flourish and Wings set, it says. So there you go. Really awesome stuff there. Crazy cool embellishment for a project. And just to give you a sneak peek of the project that I will do a project share, this is what I'm making, and I'll describe that to you when I'm finished with it. But this is a lot of fun. Again, this is Elizabeth with BB's Butterfly. You can catch me at bbsbutterfly.blogspot.com and look for more videos coming from me soon. So I'll talk to you all later. Bye!